Hello, everyone. Today we are going to be unveiling the wildest tales of influencer mayhem. Here are 5 shocking stories that redefine the limits of fame. And if you do like this video, please consider subscribing so videos like this and many more can reach to other audiences. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 5. Here we have famous Twitch and YouTuber Kai Cenat, and he tells a story about the time he shut down the whole city with famous rapper Lil Uzi Vert in 1 hour.
Post this on your story and post the location and see if people pull up.
Oh shit!
So like, I'm like, nigga, why you asking me? Nigga, it should be you. I'm like, bro, why you asking me to post
that's
shit?
funny.
Well, then
You should post it.
it's safety
He
for
just
him.
He just swung that on you?
Nah, it's
Yeah,
safety
he just
for
said
him,
do
'cause
it.
then he's like-
and then after it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, there's no way nobody gonna pop up right now in Soho, like in the middle of the night.
Oh, for sure they are.
And then
Yeah.
after I was like, they were like, bro, come on, bro. He was like, just do it. I posted it, and then like I was
that's
scared
so
because I
funny.
was scared because
That's
I feel
jokes.
like nobody's gonna pop out, but I always underestimate myself. I'm like, I don't think anybody gonna pull up. And after they told me to delete it after like 30 minutes,
Yeah,
I deleted it. I'm like, oh yeah, so we're really fucked. Nobody's really gonna show up now. Like,
Yeah.
it's over. I fell asleep and Uzi has his fucking tank. He has like a Batmobile armored truck tank in the fucking city. It's like GTA, like an insurgent. And he
Is
got
it the Resvani?
huh?
Resvani? Or
I don't know what it is.
It's like a truck, yeah.
But it's like it's a few made. Like it's not
Yeah.
even like too much made. But he had that and he just hops in there. He went to the thing. At first I was in the car. He's paying me a whole bunch of unreleased. But he's looking at me to see like my reactions to the unreleased to see if it's like whack or not. And I'm bumping it. Then he just started playing like it was hit after hit to where like I was like, okay, bro.
Did you-
like
all
Did you-
unreleased.
all
Wait,
unreleased.
but bro.
Hit
Oh,
after hit though.
shit.
Like
did you keep it real with him or did you just
no,
give
I
him
keep
love?
it real. I'll tell that nigga if that shit is ass. Like I'll
Did you tell him
people-
any of them were ass?
No, those shit was fire.
Oh,
Ain't gonna lie. That shit is lit. It's
Okay.
because it's so up tempo.
Yeah.
And then after a while, he stopped playing it, and I fell asleep. And once like I fall asleep, I'm out, and all I hear is the song like it goes and then after I wake up. And like the armored truck, the windows you can't see out and
Bro.
you can't see in.
You're mad entertaining. It's so funny.
So, bro,
Like, your
I'm
mannerisms are-
seeing a whole bunch of people. I'm hearing a whole bunch of yelling. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Why is there so much yelling? And I'm in this fucking armored truck, so I'm thinking we getting attacked. I open my eyes. Uzi looking at me like this, and puts his hood on. And when he put his hood on, he pops out the front. I mean, he hops out the top. And I'm like, what the fuck? And niggas, and there was people in the car. And they're like, just go. So I hop out the top too, and bro, it
many
was
people?
bro.
I was in New York
bro,
when that happened.
Hundreds of people.
I was in Chelsea.
They see me, and it was like,
I swear to God. Nice,
Kai. And it was my first time being in my city after like everything has happened.
So
Number 4. The next story is from the world's richest man, Elon Musk, and how he bought a private jet for Justin Bieber.
Do you remember the story about when Bieber came on the plane and he brought too many people?
Yeah.
And then I forgot how many people he brought. He brought like 10, 12
It was like
people.
a bus that showed up.
Yeah, yeah,
Or minivan or something. There's like a lot of people.
yeah. And I'm freaking out. And I go to our boy Shervin. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Bieber just rolled up, way too many people. And he's like, just go be honest with Elon. So I went and let Elon know.
Yeah.
And Elon goes, don't worry, I got this handled. And him and his brother Kimball, they made like one quick phone call. And like 20 minutes later, another jet just rolled in. They're like, yeah, we got a second plane here. And then we flew to Vegas.
How does
Yeah.
that work, Elon? Do you just have like jets like on demand like that?
No, that was my brother's plane.
Your brother's plane?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Number 3. The next story is about famous Kick streamer Aiden Ross, and he shares that he believes that Kick and various other streaming sites will end.
Like, bro, you don't gotta worry about nothing. You say whatever the fuck you want and you're still paid.
Yeah.
That's what's so different.
Do you think that lasts forever though? On these platforms too?
What you think? And you be honest about that.
I don't think so.
I don't think it does either.
Nah, I think so. I
Nah.
mean, well, the Rumble people
YouTube's not
talking
like
about
that.
free speech and shit, so we about to push that free speech.
But that was
shit.
YouTube's thing too. It was
Oh,
fucking
true.
I think it was like they were like an anti-censorship platform too. But then as like it becomes more and more like corporate, like
Yeah.
it's like right YouTube starts as like 5 people say, then it's 10 people say, then it's 20 people say, then it's like 100 people say.
Right.
When it's 100 people say, they just care about their money, and that's when it's
all
like
it is.
whoever's paying is gonna.
I think eventually with these platforms, especially I know Kick, they want to eventually, they want to offer the big streamers. They come, they put it on for Kick. It's doing great. It's crushing. And then the small streamers will get bags and they'll slowly stop. I think it doesn't last forever,
No.
I really don't. But then again, I don't know.
Number 2. The next story is about famous UFC fighter Michael Bisping and how he almost got murdered.
Yeah. I've heard a little rumor. I don't know if you can talk about it or not. About someone knocking on your door with a hammer.
Yeah.
What, does that not scare you?
No, it wasn't knocking on the door with a hammer. It's a long story. Do you want a brief overview?
Yeah.
We've been out on a mental fucking 3-day bender, me and the boys.
Mikey B.
Yeah. It comes to Saturday night, and this is a former life, by the way. What was I? I was only 17 or 18. I was living in this little flat above a greengrocer's. And Saturday night, but we went out Thursday night, we went out Friday night, and I was rough as fuck. I'm like, I can't do it. 8 o'clock, I went back. No, it was about 10:30, something like that. I go into this flat, and there was only one way in at the back door because the front was a greengrocer's. I'm led on the couch watching some crappy movie.
Is this your flat? Sorry. Or...
Yeah. I was just renting it.
Right.
And I'm led there by myself on the couch, and I hear like a very, very faint knock. I'm like, did I hear a knock? I'm like, nah. A minute later, very faint knock again. So I turn the TV down and I just sit there and there's nothing. And I wait a minute or two. And after a couple of minutes, sure enough, very gently on the door again. I'm like, well, that's weird. Because if somebody wanted me, they'd just be like banging on the door. Yo, Mick, open up. Do you know what I mean? So, so I tiptoed into the kitchen and I tiptoed right to the back door, the only way in and out. And I'm standing there. It's even giving me chills now thinking about it. I'm standing there behind the door, being all quiet. And I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing? This is weird. And I'm waiting. I'm thinking, there's no one there. And I was just about to walk off. And then sure enough, there's another knock. And I'm like, there's someone fucking on the other side of that door, intermittently knocking like every few minutes, but very, very quiet, very silently. So I go, hello? And then I get back a muffled voice, hello? And I'm like, who is it? And they went, it's John. I said, John who? They went, John. As if like, it's John. So I thought, it's fucking John. I don't know a John. It's fucking John. All right, John, how's it going, lad? Anyway, so I opened the door to give John a warm welcome. Good to see you, buddy. No, I opened the door and then I get sprayed in the face with CS gas, right? And I go back, I'm holding my eyes and I'm in the kitchen and then I rub my eyes and I look and there's a guy standing there with black boots, black combat pants, black bomber jacket, and what can only be described as a black Ku Klux Klan hood over his head. 2 holes for the eyes, 1 for the mouth, like a circle. He's holding a fucking canister of petrol, swinging petrol all over the place with his teeth clenched like that, right? I see this and I shit my pants. And you like to think that you're that tough in these situations, you know what I mean? But I fucking froze with fear. Yeah, it was the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life. And looking back, there was like a knife block in the kitchen. You would think you grab the knife or whatever, but I just wasn't thinking like that. And I was screaming, what do you want? What do you want? And he drops the petrol and he pulls out matches and he's trying to light the matches. And I swear to God, he kept snapping. Well, there's a couple of times because he was probably nervous as well. So I ran into the front room. And I pick up the phone. I go, 999. I go, help. Someone's trying to kill me. Someone's trying to send the police. And they go, sir, calm down. Do you want ambulance, fire, or police? Somebody's trying to fucking kill me. I do not want an ambulance yet. and then, but he was looking, he stopped what he was doing and he just stared at me and he was just watching me intently. And I thought, this is freaking me out. This is kind of creepy. And I thought, I'm getting nowhere with the police. So I hung up and I called up my ex-girlfriend. I said, listen, you've got to fucking call the cops. You're going to send someone. And then it was only then he was like kind of convinced that I was actually talking to somebody. So he drops the fucking petrol, pulls out a lump hammer from inside his coat and comes storming towards me, right? As he comes toward me, I'm on the phone and then I shut the door and it was like the furniture was all like from the 70s. It was a furnished shitty little flat. It was just like a wood surround on the door. Then it was a massive pane of glass, right? So I shut the door with one hand. I've got the phone in the other, right? And he comes right up to the glass. But there's about 6 inches now between our faces. And he goes right up to the glass and he gets the hammer and he goes, ding, 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 just gently knocks on the glass.
Fucking
right? I swear to
hell.
God, it was like something from a horror movie.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm holding the door shut. I've got the phone in the other one. Right? He's going ding, ding. And I'm like, wow. I'm looking right into his eyes. And I'm thinking, who could this be? And it was like The Matrix or something, like Minority Report. And I come out with this one name because I'd had a fucking scrap on Thursday night.
John. It was John.
It was Butch. John, so it fucking is John. Come in, pal. Kettle's on. And I said, "Butch, is that you, Butch?" And when I said that, the guy took a step back, right? And I thought, it's fucking Butch. So that my fear went then. And I opened the door. He swings the lump hammer at me. Then he runs out the house. The hammer just misses me. He runs out the house. And next door, they must have had like a dinner party or something. And like the family's all getting in the cars. Oh, bye. And they're giving kisses on the cheek. He sprints past them, knocks them flying. I run past. Sorry.
Before we get to the last story, if you guys like this type of content, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to grow my channel and get 100 subscribers at the end of this month, and these type of videos take hours to edit. And now let's get into the last story. Number 1. In this last story, we have famous comedian Kevin Hart, and he explains on who saved his life when he got into a tragic car crash, which could have left him paralyzed.
Dr. Pat.
I love Dr. Pat.
Sports Rehab. Yeah. Dude, I found his, when you got in that car accident.
That's who got me back.
Right?
That's who got, single-handedly, that's who got me back.
You were in the hospital for 10 days?
I was in the hospital for 14. 14 days. And they wanted me to go through, the rehabilitation in the hospital. And, as a guy who prides himself on being physically fit, when you're at a point of having no control, where you really see your body go back to ground zero, the trust in who you're going to attach yourself to get you back up to the space of good is important. So Dr. Pat, man, Dr. Pat I've been with Dr. Pat for years, and I called him and I was like, dude, I don't want to go to a sports rehab center where there are levels below what you are and what you've done. I would much rather you and I start at ground zero, be honest with me about how weak, how bad, so that I got my stages of growth. Because, the hospital talk is different. And the people there, the therapists and stuff, in their rehab centers are just different. And there's a different level of patience. There's a different level of understanding. And it's all very minimal to a certain degree. Because, they want to make sure that you're careful. So I wanted to be in a space of comfort to be minimal. And with somebody that I knew me, understood my body, and would understand the injury. And Dr. Pat did a fucking phenomenal job, man.
It was scary, dude.
Awesome.
We were worried. We were worried about you.
Scary is an understatement. You talking about, I remember it got to the point where you have the light bulb of, oh fuck, the things that you don't really think too much about. When you can't do them anymore, it's catastrophic. I'm talking taking a sock on and off. I'm talking about, the putting a belt on or lifting up a bowl or play, the things that you just do and you have no idea or mindset of how fortunate you are to be able to do them. It's a real fucking shell shock.
What's that?
Man.
What's that saying? A healthy man wishes for a million things, an unhealthy man wishes for just one.
One, yeah.
Isn't it crazy how much you take shit for granted until you're laying in that bed, looking at that doctor, looking at that nurse, putting the tubes in you and all that shit.
You've never been more accurate.
That is all for today, everyone. Thank you all for watching. And if you want to see more stories like this in long-form content, comment down below. And if you want to watch more stories and want to watch it in short-form content, you can go to my Shorts feed, where it shows a lot of crazy stories and funny moments.